Okay, guys. So once again, good evening. For those who may not know me, I am Lillian Okado or Miss Fierrrce, and I am excited this evening to just be here. This is our first intraday trading session, and I know some of you are very excited to be here as well because we are supposed to be learning how to trade intraday and everything. But I have a surprise for you guys. For this first session, what I want to do is something that has been weighing on my mind for a very long time, and of course still trading related, and I think if you're going to be intraday traders, it might be something that we may want to begin to consider doing. And of course it has to do with risk management. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very passionate about understanding and learning about risk management. So hopefully I'll be able to do this quickly, and then maybe I can then touch on a bit of my strategy and everything. But don't worry, at least we have this happening every week. So if you don't touch fully on my strategy this evening in terms of practically trading, we'll definitely do it next week. But why I thought that teaching about the risk management is because I learned about it some time ago, and I thought it was very important. So what I'm going to suggest is this. I know right now, most of us, I want this to be also very interactive. So I'm hoping that I can get a couple of volunteers. And I would love to see if there's anybody on the call who has a calculator or can be doing some calculations for me, because I want this class to be as practical as possible, in as much as you can literally implement this from tomorrow, right? So any volunteers, maybe one or two, who have their calculators ready and everything, to help me calculate so that I can speed up the process, because I want to do this practically, as I said. Any volunteers, anybody. If you have a calculator, it's just a matter of multiplication.
Innocent, I have one.
Innocent.
Yes.
Okay, I need someone else so that we can do this quickly as well. Anyone else? Anybody else? Or should I choose? Anybody else, guys? It's not complicated. Just somebody,
I'll do.
um, who's, who's that? Fatma. Hi, Fatma. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay, so guys, there's a way that we trade, and there's a way that you can trade. So why I thought about risk management is because I just want I want to get this subject out of the way so that people can stop asking this question, and then also so that you can begin to teach people the same thing. Like when new traders come on board, you can give them the option to follow this risk management plan, or and that way, even if they decide to follow another plan, it's fine as long as they know. So, and I'm hoping you'll find it as awesome as I did the first time I learned about it. So so let me just ask questions, and this is random for anyone, not necessarily the guys I've already asked. What when we are what do we what when we always say how much of our account should we risk at a time when we are trading? And this is very important. So if you feel like you need to write down some notes, please feel free to do so. Anybody, just shout it out, type it in the chat box. When we are trading, what do we usually say we need to risk when we are trading? One to 3%. Okay, I'm seeing 3%, 1%, Victor. Anybody else? 1 to 3%, 3%. Okay, so generally that's what everyone has been told, right? 1 to 2%, Sweeney, that's a bit different. So basically 1 to 3%, 1 to 2%. Okay, so I'll leave that up to you guys. Let me just cancel this call. Yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys after you can decide. I think 1 to 3% is fine. 1 to 2% is even better. 1% is even way better. Now, one thing I understand is when we come on board IM Academy, the thing is most of us want to make money quickly. So it's very difficult to actually be able to maintain. I find it for some people very difficult to maintain lot size and everything, and sometimes, right? And I want to make this a bit easier for you. So what I'm teaching you today is supposed to be an alternative plan that is much more clearer. It's the same, 1 to 2%, 3%, but I want to show you practically how to be able to calculate, and then how, you know, because guys don't like stop loss, right? How many people like stop loss? How many people like stop loss? Type in the chat box. Dorcas likes stop loss. Harish, PM, not me. I like the honesty. HP, Sweeney, I don't. Perfect. So I have, I have the perfect solution for both of you guys, like both the people who like stop loss and the people who don't, okay? So what I'm going to suggest is this. You can continue trading the way you're trading. What I'll suggest is once we are done with this, maybe for the next 1 week or this month, okay, practice this other new strategy, let's say on demo, see how it works in terms of managing your risk. And if this is something you can do long term, especially if you want to slowly, gradually build your account, okay? So what I'm finding psychologically when you come in, you want to grow quickly. So maybe you can have 2 accounts. This is a suggestion. Have 2 accounts, 1 account for gambling and trading the way you want to trade, and then 1 account, okay, for testing this strategy. And this risk plan, you can do it with a small account. So you can even start with your $50 account or $100 account and just trade it gradually. Money that, let's say, you're not necessarily looking to build overnight, okay? So I hope that is clear, guys. So those are the rules that I'm putting forward now. Obviously, you can take this up or not, that's also fine. But when I saw this, I thought it was brilliant, and it'll help some of you understand the power of stop loss and the fact that even if you're losing money because of stop loss, you can still make money at the end of the day. Okay, so let's do this practically. And this is where I need the guys with the calculators. Now, there are 2 websites that I like to do this exercise with. And the first one is my FX book. I don't know if you guys know it, myfxbook.com. Here it is. You can, my FX book. And then myfxbook.com has a position size calculator, okay? I'm sure some of you maybe have seen it. Maybe some of you are hearing about it for the first time, but it's really just simple, okay? Now I'm going to use this to give you guys a practical, I want you guys to have an aha moment, the way I had my aha moment, so that it's easier to convince you to actually follow this route in terms of managing your risk and your loss and everything. So most of you said that, okay, let's first go back to the spreadsheet. Okay, so give me a number in terms of your starting balance. How much do you guys want to start with? $100, $500? Anybody, the first person to say it, I'll just key it in and we work with that figure. And this is specifically 100, okay, okay, 100, okay, I'm seeing more 100s than 200s, 150s. Okay, we'll work with 100. I think the 100s have it. And anyway, I guess that's also because most of us start with $100. Fine. The guys who want more, you can always practice this on your own, okay? So our beginning balance is $100 here. So I'll just put 100. Again, mathematicians, you guys know I'm terrible in math, so I'm going to really, really depend on you. And of course, anyone else can volunteer if the mathematicians on our call today with their calculators fail. So at $100, let's say you guys said 1 to 3%. So what percentage in terms of risk do I use? 1%, 2%, 3%? Anybody? Let's see what the majority say. It really doesn't matter, by the way. They're the conservative people and the less conservative. So keep it coming so I can see who wants the most. So let's see. The majority percentage is what I'm going for. So I can kind of see like wait, anyone counting with me? So we have 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the 3% people have it. Yeah, I think so. Okay, Yeah, I think I'm seeing more 3%. Okay, cool. 3% is fine. So what I'm going to do is, so this is my FX book, and you can see this is the position, Forex calculator, position size calculator. Now what happens is, on this site, it's very, very simple, by the way. You come here, account currency, you choose the currency you're trading in. If you're in the UK, I guess you choose pound and whatnot. So we are here, okay? Now account size is 100. The risk percentage is 3%. Let me just increase that. Now, I want to show you guys something. And you can choose what currency pair, because obviously different currencies have different values. So the value that you get at the end of the day, whatever the risk is sometimes slightly different. Yeah, I'm sure you've noticed that when you're trading, like GBP pairs are different from maybe Euro pairs and so on. Just the way DJ and gold are different. You're saying you can't hear me anymore? Okay, someone is saying they can't hear me anymore.
Oh, you're loud and clear.
Okay, Anne G for some reason can't hear me. Okay, sorry, Anne, you probably have to watch the recording. Okay, cool. So we have 3% here, $100. And stop loss, guys, in this case can be anything, but I want to show you why I mean it can be literally anything. And that's where now we have the scalpers coming in, we have the intraday traders and the swing traders. This tool just allows you to, whatever stop loss you use, at the end of the day, you end up getting the same amount of risk plan in terms of profit at the end of the day. So let's say, for example, we use our standard 30 pips, right?
Are you able to share your screen, please? We can only see the Excel. We can't see what you're doing.
You can't see what I'm doing?
No.
Oh boy, okay. Sorry about that. So this is what you're seeing, the Excel. Oh yeah, I have to keep on stopping and going in between screens. Okay, let me just, that'll be tricky. So I need to share my screen and not the Excel sheet. Okay, I'll share my screen so that I can go in between. Share screen. What do you guys see? Can you see the position size calculator?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, sorry, I think I was sharing my Excel instead of the screen. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now I understand the question. Okay, so this is how it looks, right? So you have your USD again, I'll repeat because you're not seeing my screen. Then you put your account size here, $100. Risk ratio is 3%, right? Because all of you said you want 3%, majority rather. You leave this contract size at 100,000 because that's basically the units. That's a contract size that usually when you're trading in, whether you know or not, for Forex, that's what it usually is. Then stop loss, it can be anything, but you're going with 30 to start, right? So let's say this is 30 pips, right? So you come here and you calculate. Now I've pressed calculate, 3%, 30 pips. The money you should earn is about $3, okay? The lot you're using is 0.011. Of course, this here is giving you a micro lot. Some brokers give this micro lot options, but most brokers I know, like the ones we use, at least the one I use, it's only up to 0.01. Yeah, so that means this is what you key in. Now, so this is $3, right? So if you're doing 3%, let's say we do a pip size of, you keep the risk the same, never change the risk. So let's say Lillian says there's you put your stop loss at 50 pips, okay? What happens, guys? The lot size reduces a bit more. Of course, this now goes way beyond your standard lot, your standard account if you're in a normal broker. But guess what? The money remains the same. Have you guys seen that? Yeah. So this tool is very helpful in ensuring that you never lose more than 3% of your trade. This is the entire point of my entire presentation. Make sense, guys? Is that making some sense to somebody? Is somebody feeling like, okay, now they can begin to use stop loss? Now, what I want to show you next, which is where is even more exciting is where, okay, someone wants me to kindly repeat. I'll do that because I've just seen we are now 51 and we were 24. So I guess some people came on board late, but don't worry, I'm recording this session, so you're gonna find the recording. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, guys, okay? We have this website called My FX Book. Sorry, yeah, here. It has a position size calculator that calculates for you your risk, your lots, and your potential profit should you make money if you hit TP and whatnot. So you can literally put your stop loss, you can change the risk, you can say 1%, so if it's 1%, you just come, you calculate here, and you can see it even reduces. But now because our brokers, majority of the ones I know, you guys use or I use, for example, doesn't have a micro lot. So I would maybe want to increase the, it's called what? This account balance, let's see. Because that would mean you just use, wait, do I increase account balance or increase what? 2%. Difference. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just stick to the 100 just because you guys asked. Because I was working with, and then we can look at the 500 and above. So that's 100. So basically, this is your guide. So no matter what, and I'm just going to encourage you guys, no matter what, on that demo account or on that small account that is the money you're trading that you can afford to lose, please just practice what I'm teaching you today, okay? And then let's see if it works. Now, what happens is we're going to go to the Excel sheet so that we can know. We're going to take 11 trades, okay? And we're going to use we're just gonna stick to this 2%, okay? At $100, we'll be changing the stop loss because sometimes there are some trades you take, you change the stop loss from 30 to 50 to 100, whatever, or you do it a tighter stop loss, even 20 pips, fine. So this is fluid, this is not fluid, this is of course still standard. This will keep on changing as you add the profit. So our first trade, $100. So I'll come, have I keyed it in already? Yes, I keyed it in, $100. So trade one, these are 11 trades, this is an example. So your first trade at 2%, here, let's say we are sticking with, is it 30 pips? So at 30 pips, you'll make you lose $2. Is it $2? Yes. Because this is calculating your what? What did I want to say? Let me just go back to the spreadsheet. I'm actually forgetting my train of thought here.
It's calculating the profit or loss.
It's calculating the profit. It's calculating the profit. But what is the point of this conversation? Risk ratio 2, stop loss is 30 pips. Oh yeah, so let's say for example, on your first day, okay, let's say your amount here was $100. It was $100, trade one. So once we add the profit, sorry, this is a stop loss. This is a loss. Let's say how much you would lose, for example. So this is a lot size. So 0. Okay, here it's too small. That's why I'm trying to look for a bigger figure where we can start with the smaller 0.01 since we use 0.01. I think that's where the confusion is coming. Yeah, let's see, 200. Let's see, 150. The smallest lot. 150, 0.1. So it's 150. So that's $150. No, how come it's not okay? 0.09. I'm trying to look for 0.01, so $160. Don't worry, you can still use 100 and still stick to the 0.01. but I want to use a figure that we can practically see as it's growing. Yeah. So $160 when you're risking 2% per trade and your stop loss is 30, basically you're using a lot size of 0.01. So what happens if you hit your stop loss? The mathematicians, what happens if you hit your stop loss? How much do you lose? Because I want us to see if we lose 8 trades out of 11, how will it end up at the end of the day? So anybody? Have you typed already? Let's see. Guys, mathematicians wako wapi? Where are they?
Don't you lose 3.2? Don't you lose the same? Or why you change? Why is it changing? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm asking you guys because this is interactive. I don't want to tell you everything. I want you guys to tell me if this hits stop loss, I lose how many dollars? $3.2. Yes, I want to make sure everyone understands because I know there are people here who probably just joined the other day, so I don't want to assume. Yeah, so that's $3.2, right? So I go to my Excel sheet here. My first trade, I lost how much? $3.2. So what's $100 minus $3.2? I'm waiting.
96.8.
96.8.
Yeah.
So 96.8.
0.8.
So this point in time, our account size has gone to $96.80, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on the next trade, let's say, so I'll minus, what is 160 minus 3.2? Actually, no, sorry. It was 160, guys.
Yeah, 160.
So let me just edit that. We changed it. So what is it now?
156.8.
156.8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. So 156.8. Now, so here we're at 150. Our balance has gone down after trade 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's say trade number 2, we don't change the risk. Okay. Let's say we put our stop loss at, let's say 25. Okay. How much do we lose on our second trade? Because remember, we want to lose 8 trades consecutively. If you're a really bad trader, 3.14. So we come here, key it in 3.14. So by your second trade, your balance is at 156.8 minus 3.14 is what?
153.66.
153.66. So that's what our account balance is after trade 2. 2 losses, right? So let me say this is the losses here. So this is the second loss. Loss 1, loss 2, like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the next loss. So someone give me what stop loss do you want to use now? Yeah?
On the second one, you bring down the 156.
Your Excel sheet,
Mm-hmm.
I think should
On
be
the second one, bring down
156 and then 153.
Yes. Put 156 there.
A second. So this should be here.
Yeah.
No.
There, yes.
Yes.
Then
that should be there. Thank you for that.
No.
Okay.
Across it.
Across it. Put 153.66 across it.
Okay. Good stuff. That's why you guys are here, because I can't do this on my
No,
own.
switch it.
The other way around.
That's why y'all are here. Me, I'm just a trader. I add 10 pips, 5 pips. Like that. Okay,
Yes.
Can I make a suggestion? Instead of repeating the numbers on one column and the other, you can put the loss. You get
as we go down. Yeah.
Okay, there's something I'm trying to it's okay, it's fine. Let's just be patient. There's something I'm trying to get at. I don't have a problem writing the figures. I just want you guys to see so that when you see the numbers, at the end you'll understand why. Okay. So So we are back. So we are now at what? 153.66.
Yes.
Okay, loss number 3. Let's say loss number 3 was how many pips? 25. Had we calculated yet? We had.
Yeah, it
Not
was
yet.
Not
25,
okay. Let's say 20 pips.
20, yeah, yeah.
And this figure is what? 150 what? 150. Let's see.
153.66.
153.66. 153.66.
You make a loss of $3.07.
Wow. Hey, there's a mathematician right there. Awesome. But you see the lot size you're going to be using? It keeps changing. Doesn't matter, it keeps changing. So this is 3.07. So we go back to the Excel sheet. What is it? 153.66 minus, what was it again?
3.07.
3.07. So what is that? Calculators?
150.59.
150.59.
Yes.
Okay. So now that's our third trade. We come back here and we change it. So now we are at 150.59.
59.
59 or 99?
59.
Okay, 59. I'll trust you. I think that's Douglas. Is that Fatima?
You missed another line. You missed another row on the Excel.
Sorry?
You missed another row on the Excel.
Which row now?
Well, after 156, the next one should be 153, and then 150.
Okay, so fine. Let me just keep it like this so that we don't confuse here. That's fine. Okay, so trade 4, right? Are we together? Is everyone together?
Yes.
Okay. So now we are on our 4th losing trade. Okay, so maybe assume Lilian Okado gave you 12 trades today. Already 4 of them have hit stop loss. And now you're in 12 minus 4 is what? 7 or 8? 7 plus, no, 8. Yeah, so there are 8 other trades that you're waiting to close, right? You're hoping that you're praying they will not hit stop loss. So we continue. So we're at 150.59. We come here, so we are here. Let's say we increase again the stop loss. I hope it'll, yeah. So now you're losing $3.01, right? We're together. The mathematicians, 3.10, 3.01 or 10? 3.01, 3.01. So 150.59 minus 3.01.
147.58.
Is 147.58, right? Our 5th losing trade. We are very disappointed in Lilian Okado's Fierrrce trades. We're like, this thing didn't work. Okay. So we come and put, we are like, hey, let's put, what was it again? 147.58. Still 2%, nothing changes. Let's say now we're like, okay, let's maybe increase the stop loss. Maybe we want to trade, I just know it won't work because so let's stick to 20. Okay, so now, and do you understand why I'm adjusting? Just because of the purpose of the example, because of the micro lot. So now we've lost 2.95. Okay, so 2.95 less from 147.58.
144.63.
144.63. Are you guys seeing your accounts reducing? Oh my God, from 160 to 144. How much is that? Oh yeah, that's why I was putting this was the column for the losses. Anyway, it's fine. So we are now at 144.63. How much have we lost so far in total? In 6 trades?
$15.37.
$15.37. So this is the loss so far, right? What percentage is that of the account? Somebody? It's 2%.
About 11%.
About 11%.
About
2% per trade. Okay, fine. So now we come back here. We are now at 144.63. So we come back to our position calculator, 0.63. We are growing smaller, so really our stop loss needs to continue remaining tight. So we'll just keep it at 20. The lot size will remain. This time we'll lose $2.89. Oh my God, what a day of losses. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced just loss after loss. So 144.63 minus 2.89.
141.74.
0.74. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have 7 losing trades. Okay. And how many? Okay. Fine. Now we are here at 141.74. And remember, these are maybe 20 pip trades. Some of them, if you're taking my intraday trades, 100 pip trades, but they're all hitting stop loss and everything. So we are at 140. Wait, are we 141? Where are we now?
0.74.
Okay, that's where we are. So this is the last loss, let's say, for example. Again, 2%. We can't change stop loss really. Maybe 25 pips. Let me see. Yeah, 25 pips, because our account size is too small. If you had a big account, you'd be able to do 50, 100, and so on using this calculator. So that becomes $2.83. $2.83. So 141.74 minus $2.83.
138.91.
Okay. So let's say, for example, now we enter a trade. So now we've done 8 losses. We have 3 more to go. Maybe say one of the trades was, let me just look at a pair here. I see.
US 30.
Yeah, we can look at US 30. If you can trade it. Yeah, or GJ. I called GJ this morning and it hit stop loss, right? So let's say, let me just show more tool here. I'm assuming I'm just trading, so I'm looking, I'm analyzing, I'm saying, okay, fine, where will this trade go? Wait. Yeah, this is a short position. So I'm saying maybe GJ, if I look at it, if I measure my stop loss of, let's say, 30 pips. Again, this is very hypothetical. What I'm doing is very hypothetical. Doesn't mean it'll happen the way it's supposed, the way I'm saying it. So let's say my target is, because I'm assuming now GJ is on its way down, which it could be on its way down. Yeah. And we are risking, you can risk 1-to-1, 1-to-2, whichever, right? If it's 20 pips, risk to reward is 2.66, but I'm targeting what, like maybe there was a trade today, I said 100 pips. So 100 pips is about, let's say until here. It's even more. So let's say 60 pips. I'm losing 20 pips to gain, let's say 60 pips, right? For this example. Why? Because I'm looking at market structure. I'm seeing if I go on the day chart. I'm just doing this practically, guys, just so you see how I trade. So I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, fine, this could actually go down or it could go on a buy. But let's say we are assuming it's a sell. So I'm assuming it'll go to the next previous low or next previous support. So this is 60 pips that we're targeting, 20 pips. But now this is our winning trade. This is the one winning trade that just goes the way it's supposed to go. So we come back to our position size calculator. Where are you? Or we can even use, actually we can use this other tool. Sorry, so we can use, when there's FXTM website, they have a profit calculator. So you can use it. I think it's to calculate your profits with the pips. My laptop is hanging. Okay. So here is the profit calculator. and we are trading GJ, so we can choose GJ here. GJ. So I've picked GJ, right? And I'm on a sell. And the reason why I'm doing this practically is because this is what you would do on your own without Lilian Ocado. So open price is at, so we go back to this, and we are looking at, let's say our entry is around here. Let's say where the price is currently now, which is, where is the price now? 135 point, yeah, 135.948. So let's put that in the profit calculator. 135.958, right? So if you're doing 100 pips, what is the take profit, guys? Are we still there?
136 point.
Sell.
Oh, sell. Oh, 134.95.
134.958, right? What lot size were we using? So we go back to our lot size. Let's say 0.01. Okay, 0.01. So that's the lot size. So we just change this 0.01. Deposit currency is USD. So this is how much you're gonna make on the on GJ specifically. If you're trading GJ, selling at that price, at this lot, this is what you make. So we're going to key in this into our spreadsheet as our first profit. Hallelujah! Finally we make $9. So 138. So there's $9 that we make here. 9.01 or 1? 9.10, right? 9.103, whatever. Let's say 10. So add that, that's 138.91 plus 9.10. 9.1.
148.01.
148.01. Okay, then we take another trade. Which trade do we take? Which trade should we take, do you think? Or we still sell GJ? We've done our profit. What trade do we take? Anybody? Guys?
GU.
Okay, GU. What were GU in the house? GBP USD. GBP USD. Let's just assume what? It's selling, maybe, yeah. Again, this is just purpose of the, and GU, usually I call how many pips? If you guys remember, about the same as GJ, right? About 100 pips generally. We can even say, okay, if it comes until here, again, just looking at my analysis, and I calculate these pips up to here, that's about 73 pips. Let's say 70 pips. So we're targeting as a take profit of 70 on GU. So we come back here, sorry, to the profit calculator. Wait, what's our entry price? We are selling GU at 1.27403. So we are selling GU at 1.27403. So our closing price at 70 pips is 1.26 somebody 703. Am I right? Mathematicians?
Yeah.
This is correct, yeah? 70 pips.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
70 pips.
You're right.
Okay. We can confirm and say, okay, what was the lot size? I think the lot size was still 0.01.
Yep.
Yeah, 0.012. So the numbers will differ probably from, because we are using 0.01 instead of 0.12, but yeah. So that's that.
The currency pair at the top.
Currency pair top.
Oh, is GU. Yes. Well done. So that's GU. We are selling 1.29. Huh? It's giving me its
It's
own
changed.
price. Is that the price right now? Maybe
Something
the
changed.
price has changed. Okay, but maybe on their market for FXTM the price has changed. Okay, let's assume it has changed. Okay, so if it has changed, we just work with the position calculator. So 1.29820, because we still want 70 pips, right? So what's the pip count here? 28, no, 70, 29.
29.12.
29.12.
29.12, really?
0.
Oh,
Yeah,
12.0.
29.12.
So we are losing,
Yeah.
oh, we are making $7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're making $7. So 148 plus 7?
150. 150.
155.
155. Yeah.
155. Just
Or
flat,
0.01.
Okay.
1.01.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Are we close to our initial balance?
Yeah.
We look like we are, right? Okay, so we take the next trade. Which other trades do we give?
Euro card.
Yes. Very right. Eurocard. Today I gave Eurocard of what? Do you guys remember? Let me look at it. Eurocard. It was a sell, if I'm not wrong. I remember.
Yeah.
And it sold. It actually sold. It went into profit. I think. Let's say. Well, what was the entrance? I can't remember. But let's assume. Let's look at the day chart. What I was looking at. Yeah. So it kind of tanked, and then now it pulled back. So it tanked like about. Let's say this is 100 pips. Okay. Tentatively, let's say that. So 100 pips. So we come back here and we are selling, doesn't really matter because it's 100 pips you're looking at, 1.46126, and then minus 100 is 1.45, right? 126. So that is 7.528 something dollars. So $7.528. So plus 7.5 is 160 what?
162, I think. What?
162.01. Okay, guys. So are we in profit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Too.
Did we use stop loss for every trade?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We did 11 trades. What percentage
Yes.
is that, the profit? Maybe negligible, but it's just good to know. What percentage profit?
It's about something 0.8 or something. Okay, let me do it. Let me go.
About 0.8 thereby.
Yeah. Well, I'd say about. Yeah.
But, okay. So it may not be much, but you're still in profit.
Yes.
Now, chances are, as you get better at this and as you become better at trading, or as you take Dr. K's trades, you take Ballet's trades, you take, what's his name? Who are the other educators? Kina Patrick Kenny, Tyrone Foster, because they've been doing a trade-a-thon. A lot of their trades have been profitable, right? Am I right? Have you guys been making money on the trade-a-thon?
Yes.
Yes. So the
Yes.
point of this exercise is to show you that you can actually still trade with stop loss, lose a majority of your trades, but still end up in profit. Is this an aha moment for somebody?
Aha.
Is this helpful to some of you guys? Like what I want you guys to do is practice this on demo. Okay, practice on demo. Now, when you say, is this tool a ratio of 1-to-1 on risk management? It can be 1-to-1, it can be 1-to-1, it can be 1-to-2, it can be 1-to-3. With $100, with this tool, it's very conservative. So that's why you can see the minimum we've been using all through, because we are at $162 and we're still using 0.01. But obviously, when you increase the amounts, like you're doing $500, I mean, you can increase your risk a bit more and maybe use a bigger lot size or whatever. But whatever lot size you use, if the risk is a certain percentage, the loss will always be the same. It will always be standard. That's what I was trying to show you guys, that you can just, meaning that, which ends this exercise. Risk management is just basically knowing what you're going to lose in the market before you go into the market. So if you want to become a professional trader or a good, consistent, profitable trader, you need to know in advance how much you're going to lose. People always ask this question, what lot size do I put? Sometimes the lot size doesn't matter, okay? Because it's the risk, it's the percentage risk that you're willing to lose. So if you want to lose more, you just adjust your risk. You come here and you say 3%, okay? So if it's 3% and you calculate, you see you gain more, your lot size though is slightly more as well. So just play around with these two tools, the position size calculator that is on my FX book, and then we have the profits calculator, which is on FXTM to help you calculate your profits. And key them in manually or create, there's a way you can do, for those who know Excel, I don't know, that's why mine was manual today. But there are some people the guys who developed the spreadsheets, they can put in the math here so that you can just key in your details and it just populates to the entire spreadsheet automatically. So you don't have to do the math manually. Does this make sense, guys?
Yes, it does.
Thank you. So that is my training on risk management. I really hope you can use it. And I hope guys can stop asking that question, what lot size do I come out? Stop loss is not a bad thing, guys. Stop loss will minimize your loss long term. So if you're here for the long game, I want you to practice doing this at least for the next 20 to 30 days. And see, and if you see it's not working for you, then just continue doing what you're doing and guessing on whether to come out of a trade or not. Yeah, it's really at the end of the day up to you, but I thought this was helpful. Now you can also have your other account, because I have another account that I'm very aggressive with. That one is for aggression, like it's just for trying to make money quickly.
Greed.
You know,
Na kuhedge.
because guys, we all want to make money, right? We all want to make money, and I won't lie to you and say, oh, I just sit here and I'm so disciplined. No, it doesn't happen. Thanks, Silo. How can I get Traders View on my laptop? You just go to tradingview.com and you down yeah, on your laptop. What do you mean on your laptop? You just go to the website. I don't think you can download TradingView onto your laptop. That would be a first for me. You just go to tradingview.com. It's here, tradingview.com, and you download it. And of course, mine is already busy, but you can you'll find a blank chart and you'll be able to just mark it up. So that's the end. Anyone with questions specific to this? Was this valuable? If this was valuable, please type in the chat box 111 so that I know at least somebody has gotten something. Thank you, Mudeo. Nice. Dorcas. Okay, awesome. So that brings me to the end of this conversation on risk management. It's H.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Those of us who came late, can they access this recording?
Yes, absolutely. Immediately after we are done.
Thank you.
Karibu, Kendago, asante. Then I can see Fierrrce.
Yes, our master.
Forex.
Thank you
Forex.
for that. Wonderful. I have a...
And the timer is still going on.
Yes, I'm asking a question. I want to ask about stop. Is it called stop hunting or stop loss hunting?
Yes.
In regards to how we should. I mean, now when we put the stop losses and there's the stop hunting. I mean, is that a phenomena that's Every day is it?
Hi. Oh God. Hi. Okay. Is that a phenomenon that?
I mean, is it like an everyday phenomena? Is it something that's very common, or is it something that happens once in a while?
Okay, the thing is, I think there's an assumption that stop loss hunting happens every day, but it doesn't. It's just sometimes the market just reverses and your stop loss is hit. Maybe the entries were bad. Maybe my entries sometimes are not as accurate, which that one I know. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I missed something. I didn't see something, and yeah. So, but yes, sometimes like during news, when the market is volatile, those times NFP, even now with COVID sometimes, but it's not like necessarily all the time. Now, there's a way that even if there's stop loss hunting, if you learn to do good entries, you just get pullbacks of 20 pips and you're good to go. Like it still now goes back because your entry was actually very, very good. So that's what now as traders we try to do every day. We try to get in at the right time. I don't know if you guys have ever entered a trade and you're like, I entered too early or I entered too late. So that's where now you get easily wicked out of the market, but it's not really that you are wicked out. It's just that your entries were not the best. Where you see stop loss hunting is, let's look at the, let's say 15-minute chart if there are any wicks. Anytime you see massive wicks and things like that, that's when you can say, okay, maybe there's stop loss hunting. But generally, I mean, this is just market structure. The pairs have just, gone down, impulsed down, drop, base, then rally, drop, like that. So it's just part of trading. But yes, there's sometimes I'm trying to look for a place like where you could see stop loss hunting, maybe on the lower time frame, I don't know, on Eurocard, because Eurocard also doesn't move. I mean, you can see here there's not much volatility. So let's look at the volatile pairs like GBP, JPY. GBP, JPY. Let me look on the lower time frame, maybe. Yeah, and then there's a lot of things also that go into trading. Like maybe this could have been a stop hunt here. Okay. This could possibly be a stop hunt. Now, let me give you some tips. Does anyone have a question? Anyone with a question? Before I go into, do you guys mind going another 20 minutes before the 9 p.m.? Or do we end it here and then we can continue next week?
We can continue.
Okay. My question is that the way you tackled that going for 100 pips, I mean, we hardly do that. What is the likelihood of it actually doing the 100 pips?
If you're an intraday swing trader, it will do 100 pips.
Okay, thank you. I'll try that.
Scalping is there. No, that doesn't happen. It can if you're doing GJ by mistake, but you're scalping. So scalping only targeting 10 to 20 pips. So even if it goes 100, you're not interested in 100 pips.
It doesn't matter what time. I mean, the time you give us, that means it will still do that because of that thing I hear about the.
It's also another thing, guys. Like
the range.
The thing is, when I am going into the market, I'm always looking for the bigger moves. So, because I look at the day chart and the day chart tells me like, okay, what kind of a move am I looking at? Like right now, whatever is happening with GJ, with the pullbacks and whatnot, in my opinion, it's still going up, right? If I look at US 30 should be reversing at some point in the future. It might break, go up, but at some point it will just start coming down. Gold, if I look at it quickly, I'm just doing this quickly to give you just my thought process. Gold has gone and gone, which was anticipated. It's now at 1844, and I think my TP was 1835, so we got that one. So when I give a trade, I have seen the range. I have seen that it's going to go a couple of pips. So sometimes, and I tell people, sometimes if my trade does not close the same day, and it doesn't close the next day, then chances are it will close within the week. So 3 days, 5 days, usually. There are sometimes, if I really, really got the entry wrong, which does happen, it can take 2 weeks, okay? But you see, I'm not going to tell everyone, wait for 2 weeks, because you have gone into the market, and if you're using stop loss, you'll be closed out. If you're not using stop loss and maybe you got stuck in a trade, I always say go back into the chart, and that's why it's good to look at the chart and say, okay, fine. Like, let's say, which trade is this? I think there's GBP JPY. I called in the morning. So GBP JPY, I called a buy. What happened to this GBP JPY? It did go into a buy, and then, so it's been ranging. If you guys can see, it's just been up, down, up, down, up, down. So you can predict it's still on a rally. Yeah, but the rally is slow. I mean, it's not like impulse rally. It's more of up, down, up, down. It's still trying to find its true direction. So it could actually just keep on hitting this high and then finally just drop out of exhaustion. Because sometimes these weeks also show you, is this exhaustion happening? Because there are multiple, okay, now maybe if I move this, multiple attempts to break this high, multiple. So it could be that, like, now it came down here. Like, let me give you an example, practical, what happened today. This was not here today. This area here was not here today. I think we started around, today is when, 21st. We took this trade around here in the morning, right? It was the first trade I called, I think around 11. So yes, it went up, came back down, retested. And remember, it was rejected here. There was an impulse up, then there was a base, then it went up again. Yeah, rejected this resistance, and then it dropped and covered this entire distance. And then it dropped here. Then it started doing its thing of going up, going down. It tried to break again. Now what happened is, when I look at this, you see these wicks here? Sometimes when you see a wick like this, even if the price goes up and up and up and up and just goes and goes and goes, sometimes it has to come back and clear the liquidity, or the, here, like this is a demand zone, this is a supply zone. I don't know if you guys know supply and demand. When I say supply, demand, if that makes sense. You can nod to say yes. No, to say yes. You understand? On a light note. So, like you see this week here, I can tell you, it doesn't matter how long it will take, but price will have to come back here at some point. So you can see it attempted to do that. In fact, that's what I thought it was doing when it dropped here. Yeah, it's still on a rally, but it's trying to clear all these wicks, and then it continues on its way. So it's just retesting the previous lows and then continuing, then retesting a higher low and then continuing. Now, the chance is that it will come here next. It will likely go up, push up, then come down, and then continue on its way up. But if it comes here and rejects, it might do that for a while. And if now there's a lot of rejection, it will just drop. I hope that's making some sense. So this is how I trade market structure. In the next class, I'll probably go into now slower detail about that. But once you guys know how to trade market structure, let me tell you guys, it's so simple. Like for me, I don't even necessarily go on the 30-minute chart. I just go on the day chart and I look at it and I'm like, how is this thing looking? Okay, boom, it's a buy. I go on the lower entry. I look for a nice entry on a buy. I usually wait for the pullback. Sometimes I get it wrong. I'm impulsive, and then I enter before I should enter. But you should always enter on the retest. It's usually the best. So now, if this is going up, maybe it's here. If it comes down, just wait fast for it to go and come back again, and then you enter on the retest for a buy. For a buy. That is a better entry than maybe here. although this is still not a bad entry because it still retested up here. If you guys can see, it retested up here. It came, retested this high here. So it was still okay, and then it continued. So you'd have entered here and still made some money, but a much better entry is, you know, for the buy is here, which now came here. But now you'd have to wait. And yes, some people do wait. You'd have to wait until 4 o'clock for this to happen. So it just depends on how you're trading. But in our next, another session, I'll do a proper training on market structure and how to trade consolidation, why I trade breakouts, and how to trade gaps and things like that. So sometimes even when a currency retraces, if I'm well leveraged, I'm using the correct lot, I'll just wait for the trade. I mean, it'll go where it's going, but I'll be able to wait for the trade. So any question? Because I'm seeing like it's too short a time to start doing drawing for you. We won't do it in time. I'll be rushing. Any question, guys? Anything? Let's keep going with Theo. I know. We should stay here all night. I think we'll do it in the next session because it's already 8:36 and I'm seeing, I don't want us to go into the 9 p.m. Our presenter at 9 p.m. might get my head for this. So if there are no questions, I think this session was specifically to teach you guys on risk management using the position size calculator. I think I've done that. I think you should practice it for at least a month, even a week. If you're confident, just start using it. Yes, we are stopping. We are definitely stopping CM. I don't know who CM is. Can you identify yourself? Okay, sawa. Thank you guys. Have a lovely evening. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're still 44.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lilian. Thank you, Lilian.
Thank you. Sana busangan yo.
Lani.
Zaman yo.
Look at this is Forex's children.
They're not asleep.
Well, yeah, mine is here waiting for me also. So thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow in the market. Let's come and make some money.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night. There's Olani. Hi, Olani.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.